who can tell me what happened last time?
Here.
Yeah, I did last time. Somebody else can do it.
I think that leaves Duker.
All I know is there's something happened about a dragon giving us a ride back, and there was some other something else about item from the thing or whatever. And I think you guys went and tried repairing the golem Duke, I think, or whatever.
Doc. So basically, the dragon gave us a ride back to Riddleport. A powerful wizard spoke to us for a while about
we each got a magical artifact.
That was well. And then we went all the way back to Daventry to A, deposit that one item, to B, see if the golem can fix. Apparently, the gnome can do it, so we're heading there next. And we also found out that Samsaran is already dead, so we don't need to bother going to Elondris.
Alright, we took a detour to Korbaska again, where they had some festival, because heroes did something good, apparently. Where the MacGuffins were stolen.
I suspect that these heroes were we're actually doing anything, but we don't have any proof, and it's not really our business.
Yeah. But
you guys
the things got stolen, but we got them back somehow. By the power of friendship.
We asked nicely. That's how.
Yeah, so that basically covers it. So yeah, you guys talked with Bakerton, and he kind of clarified that if that it seems like Pizza Pony. Okay, excited for a second that it's early for Horikawa. Anyways, yeah. So Bakerton made it clear that whoever it was who was going after the artifacts, they're probably beelining for Orna. They know about it and just took out Sonitri. So he was kind of rushing you out of Daventry. That said, however, you guys are in Daventry. Was there anything that you wanted to do before you left? I know that that Nava actually swung by Uncle Lumpy's magical goods in order to say hi and just check in on things. But did anybody else want to do anything else before leaving Daventry?
Not really.
Nada.
No, not at the moment.
All right. In that case, you guys start heading south. Now, as you guys can see, there's a lot more on the world map now. So I want everybody to... You guys can roll whatever checks you want in order to determine what you know about this whole center of the map. Include knowledge history checks, knowledge local checks, and knowledge geography checks. So roll away.
What's my knowledge whatever check?
Knowledge what? Okay, is that the 3?
I don't have any knowledge skill points, so you know.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so that means that you got a 10, and with a 10 in all of those, you know that. So Round Rock Pass and Sugar Bunker are 2 cities that are basically trading posts near Arcos Canyon, and nobody likes to go through Arcos Canyon, but some people go through it because it's faster.
That was my...
Okay, so with that higher knowledge local check, you know that Arcos Canyon contains the ruins of an ancient city. It's been abandoned for hundreds of years. And it's also like cursed land of some sort. You don't know much more. So that, like, people don't like to go through there, but they will go through there if they really need to get south or north.
So that sounds like a choice. Either we go the long but safe path, or we go the short but dangerous path.
Let's head south.
Yeah.
Well, we are kind of in a hurry, so it's worth it.
All right, so yeah, you guys head south, and it's you go into the plains of Calderis, and you travel for about 2.5 days, and it's uneventful travel, luckily, and you do finally make it to Red Rock Pass. So let me give you a little bit of Red Rock Pass.
It's labeled on the map as Round Rock.
Or I'm sorry, Round Rock Pass. You're right. My bad. So here, let me move you guys down there on the map. Bring you guys over to some of the art for Round Rock Pass. So this is kind of what it looks like. So the world around you, as you approach the center of Calderis, it slowly becomes more sparse of vegetation. The vegetation never fully goes away. And the land begins to change from nearly flat to more rough around the edges with more rolling hills and rockier terrain until you finally make it to Round Rock Pass, which is basically the city on the edge of the beginnings of Arcos Canyon. And this place is a pretty decent sized trading town. And
I mean, it's basically in the middle of the continent. Makes sense.
yeah, there's one that's north of the rubble and one that's south of the rubble that are kind of like the main trading posts for people. I'm trying to get basically from point A to point B. There's not a lot of industry in the center, so there's not a lot of trade going to the center. There's a lot that goes through it. And that's kind of what spawned these towns in the first place, from what you guys know. So the land does start to dive low into the purchase city, and a city that really just often houses travelers and merchants looking to find rest before around or even through the rubble. So it's probably about early afternoon, I'd say, when you guys arrive. It's after about 2 days of travel. And, you're in Round Rock Pass. It's a pretty big town. It's got basically everything you could want. Most of the the places to stay, the inns are like inns and taverns. They're called saloons in this part of the world. So there's one in particular that sticks out when you kind of the center of town, where there's a lot of like merchants and lots of people, like restaurants and stuff, serving the local and traveling populace. And this there's like one really big inn and tavern that's labeled as the Brass Lantern. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to look for while you're in this town?
Well, I suppose gathering info, if there's anything going on in particular in the ruins at the moment, would be good too.
Yeah, just general info on what's going on.
I'm gonna. Oh, there's my diplomacy check.
Okay, so you're just walking around like asking people, or are you gonna go into a place?
Yeah. Basically, saloon seems like a good place to ask around.
All right. Well, this inn that you happen to be in front of looks like an excellent place to check in. So you walk into the Brass Lantern. This is a huge bar. This is like the size of 3 regular bars that it just stretches on. There's tons of barkeepers serving just dozens of patrons. Place is not packed yet, but it's got room for a few hundred people. And you walk in and you see a wide range of people all over. You see elves from the east. You see people who look like they might be seaworthy folk from the west. You've got gnomes. You've got halflings. You just got a little bit of everything.
Seaworthy from the west? But there's desert?
No, but whoops! I was mixing up my east and west. My bad. I was referring to the seaworthy people of Riddleport and the elves of the ruins of Elandra.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Thank you for the correction. So, this place is packed, and as you enter, one of the barkeepers that does busy at the moment kind of looks up at you and says, "What can I help you boys with?" You see a little halfling probably standing on some sort of stool on the other side of the bar. He's cleaning a mug that never quite seems to get.
So when nobody else can talk. Yeah, I just got into town and my group's trying to head south, so I wanted to know if you could tell me if there's anything going on in the ruins right now. I've heard it's a dangerous area, but maybe there's anything particular going on right at the moment that I should know about.
No, y'all folks heading to the rubble. Oh boy.
True.
Yeah, that's some rough terrain you got there ahead of you. That's the land. It just keeps going down. Canyons all the way down. Folks, you better be careful on your journey. The land's cursed. You stay there and you just feel exhausted just from being in the vicinity. Really. It's real rough. It's real rough. You gotta watch out for like big sand spiders. Lots of fun stuff there. Can I get you boys a drink?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll have an ale.
All right.
Likewise.
Here you go. How about you? 3 L's? 3 L's it is. He pours up three mugs of frothing ale from a big barrel to it. It's is a secondary barrel labeled sarsaparilla, and he passes it down to you. Oh, all right. So it sounds like you need to know about your journey ahead. You guys haven't been to the rubble before, have you?
Oh, we're
No.
some of us are from the Daventry area. I think some of us are from further west.
And so, actually, Velmir, would you say that Duke, would you say that Velmir has been through the rubble before?
Yeah, definitely at least once.
Okay. All right. So, if that's the case, then Velmir, you know about the rubble that just staying there, you just feel weaker the longer you spend there. Really, all the other people that you're going to run into are scavengers because this was a very wealthy city at one point. There's not a lot left. It picked very clean over the years, but at the same time, every now and then you just might find some stashed away treasure trove that can pay for months worth of wages. Ton. So oftentimes the only other people that you run into are scavengers, and there's a lot of potential wildlife that's real nasty to them. Additionally, you actually are familiar with a series of like knights that are just seated around entire canyon. There aren't a ton of them, but they just kind of sit there and never move.
Okay.
And you just know that you don't mess with them.
Sounds like a challenge that I won't accept unnecessarily.
You've heard stories of mercenaries going to their death because they've seen these knights, and they're like, well, this guy's not doing anything. Let's see if I can loot him, and then being immediately killed. This is not an uncommon story.
Right.
So, how desperate are we?
Decently.
Well, you folks must not have a lot of time if you're looking to head through the rubble. What are you in such a rush for?
Let's just say
Oh.
we've got a business venture in Orna, and we've only got so much time before we can actually, do it.
Tight business schedules, and it happens most of the time. The merchants around these parts, they plan their schedules around having to go around the rubble, but sometimes it can't be helped. If you're planning on going through and you're not super experienced in the area, you might want to consider picking up a guide. We've got tons of mercenaries around here whose sole jobs are to bring people through the rubble.
And that would be helpful.
Yeah, we'll take a look around.
No, if you're looking for one in particular, I can actually recommend a longtime friend of mine. He's hung out at this bar whenever he's in town. He's right over there, toward the back. And he points to a human with white hair and glasses. Let me actually picture of him. Looks like that. He's got some crazy contraption of a gun on his hip. Got a hell of a backpack on, and this man looks like he's been through stuff. This man looks like he could mess some things up. That's Howard. You talk to him. You let him know I sent you. He might give you a discount. He'll make sure that getting from point A to point B is easy as pie.
Well then, thank you.
I appreciate the info.
No problem. You
Thank
want me
you
to keep a tab open for you? You fine gentlemen?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, are you gonna pay for your drinks now or later?
Yeah,
Okay. There'll be 4 copper each.
I've got 4 copper.
I'll give a copper.
Each.
Oh, each? I got 4 copper for sure.
I would certainly hope so at this point. Good to know. Keep in mind though that also we've got merchants from all over the world here. Don't hesitate to stock up on some supplies before heading down either.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll make sure to do so.
Well then, I suppose we should talk to the... What was his name again?
Howard.
His name was
I
Howard.
believe.
Howard.
And he's currently sipping a glass of whiskey sitting at this table over in the corner.
Not otherwise occupied, just typical guy sitting in a corner doing nothing.
He's actually reading a book right now.
Ah.
But it seems like you could probably interrupt his reading pretty easily if that's what you're so inclined to do.
Might as well go.
Yeah.
And so which one of you is like going up and talking to him first?
Well, Don is usually the speaker.
Yeah, I should.
So what do you say to this guy?
I was dang, I'm an idiot. I was looking for how much the drink would cost, even though you'd already told. Moron.
It's 4 copper for an ale. No telling what the whiskey's worth.
Yeah. Well, I sit down like in front of him. I hope the other guys are coming along.
He looks right up at you. His eyebrow perks up.
Damn it! Sorry, I got a phone call.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, well, I say, Mr. Harold, I think that was what it was.
The name's Howard. Howard Steelguard, at your service. No folks
yes.
from around here, are you? Check out a bit.
And the barkeep over there. Just we talked to you. We were looking to head through the ruins.
No, y'all are looking to head through the rubble, are you? Oh, I can get you there in one piece, no trouble at all. My fee for round trip is usually 4,000 gold. But if you're looking for one way, then 2,000 is my usual.
Well then.
There's a lot of dangerous things down there, but I've crossed it quite a bit in my day. If you got the gold, I can absolutely get you down.
I don't
think.
Well, I don't think we have that much actually.
I don't think we have that much.
I sure
We're
don't.
short on gold, are we? Well. How? I mean, if you're still interested in my services, we might be able to work out another deal.
I'm currently feeling unsure that that deal would be good enough, sadly.
Well, gentlemen, here's the thing. The rubble, a lot of people who adventure through bring into a lot of trouble. And that trouble can often lead them off the path, and that can often lead some hidden treasure of sorts. Say so myself, I've run into quite a bit in my time. Usually by default, all the treasure goes to the traveler, not to the guide. If, however, you'd be willing to split some of the loot, then I suppose I could reduce the base price. If we happen to run into anything along the way.
I mean, I would be fine with that, but I don't think there's much loot left there.
What I miss?
He wants the 2,000 gold single trip and single way. That's his base price. But now he offered another deal that if we happen upon some loot or treasure or whatever, that we split it instead of us as the travelers getting it.
Sounds like a fair deal.
Now, how much of this treasure would you be willing to part with? Is the thing. That's the question here.
Enough.
How about a fair split until you got like 2,000 gold worth of treasure?
I'm still gonna need some upfront payment. I'm gonna need to know how much you'd be willing to split before we determine the base price. Additionally, if you are merchants, you don't look like it, but on the off chance that you are merchants, you make it to the far end. If you make it to Sugar Bunker of far south canyon, and you know that you'll come into some money there, I can stick around a little bit, and we can do a half now, half later kind of deal.
Unfortunately,
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, we're not merchants. The only things we'd have to sell, we couldn't sell.
Well, if you've got some particular equipment that you're willing to bargain with, because that's what it sounds like you're willing.
Again, we can't. That's the equipment's the reason why we have to go.
Okay, well,
Quests and all that fun sorts of stuff.
if you've got anything on your person that we can potentially haggle with, then I'd be willing to consider that if you have any proper magic items.
Can we give Colleen as like security?
Just drop her off as a security deposit?
Yeah.
Well, again, gentlemen, I'm perfectly willing to do something, say, if you pay 1,500 gold, and then I take, say, 10% of any loot that we run into. We can adjust both of those numbers if need.
How much do you even have in total? I've got 200.
I have 380.
So
I still need to fix my. I still need to fix mine.
Yeah, so there's no way we can afford that.
Think I've got somewhere about. I'm actually not sure. And I need to work out how much I sold that masterwork studded leather for. Armor.
Masterwork studded leather, I think, would end up being around 75 plus like 20 or something. So maybe around 95 gold, I imagine.
Yeah.
I can look up the exact details because it's 150 added to the base for masterwork.
Mm-hmm.
Studded leather is not terribly expensive.
Guess I'd probably try haggling.
So studded armor is going to be 25 gold. So 25 divided by 2 gives us 12.5 gold, plus 75 for masterwork. So you'd be able to get 87.5 gold from selling it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you had a magic item, you could try keeping. Do you still have that parasol on you?
No.
Oh, it's still
Because we buried
the
it.
anti-magic fear.
Yeah.
there.
Anti-magic is a very powerful tool.
Yeah, but I'm still worried that they're going to like find that we dug somewhere and gonna wonder why, dig it up, bring it outside, and then it's a mess. So I might not be rid of it.
I mean, it's been a week since we've left there. It's very possible.
You never know with that shit. You never know that thing somehow always finds a way. I don't. It's a bother.
Now, if you gentlemen simply don't have the money nor the resources to hire me, I do understand. But unfortunately, that means I can't come along with you. And if you're willing, I can give you some good advice for a little bit of a much smaller fee.
Yeah, that sounds like a good compromise.
I do recommend my services. You can never be entirely sure what's down there.
Yeah,
But
but
at the same time,
it does not look like we will be able to pay you, even combined. So,
how much experience do you have with the rock? I want to know what it is
I've been
that I
through
could
it
tell you.
once or twice.
Once or twice. All right. Well, you're probably fairly well experienced then. You know the basic layout of the journey. Have you traveled east to west or north to south?
Good question.
Have you done both?
North
Said that
to
you've
south,
gone a
let's say.
couple. Okay, just north to south, and you know this route pretty well. You know that you know about the basic layout of the road and how it goes down, passes by the castle. It sounds like you'll probably be fine. When was the last time that you
but
were...
it has been quite a few years since last time.
How long has it really been since you've been down there? Because things don't change often down there, but they may change enough.
Now this is off character. The problem is that I'm thinking it's probably been 40 to 50 years or something like that. But that I don't look that old, so that would question what I am. So I don't want to say anything, but I don't know what else to say.
Oh, that's a character question for Velmir.
Just
Yeah, I
go
know.
with vague long enough. Just be particularly vague about it.
That's good. Long enough ago.
Long enough ago. All right. Well, if that's the case, I might have some useful information for you.
Okay.
If you say, let's say, I think that this information would be worth around 50 gold.
We can do that.
Sure.
Sounds fair enough. How about 25 now, and if you like the information, 25 again, right?
Roll me a diplomacy check. Ha! You certainly seem like a trustworthy bunch, at least. Sure, I can abide by those rules. That's
All
the
right.
case. I would love to have a little bit of that money up front then, and I will gladly share my information with you.
I
5 gold each, I guess.
I'm gonna put forward. I'll put forward.
put up whatever is missing.
Okay, I'll put
I
forward.
put down
12.
5.
That's
And
11
you guys
for
are
me.
being mean to your paladin.
Well,
I
Make
put
it a
actually
pay.
basically everything up to there.
I mean,
Well,
everyone is here, even though they're not here, so it should be 5 each. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, as long as somebody's marking down what you need to tell raocow and Horikawa to deduct from their
Will
character
do.
sheets, go for it.
we will do. Yeah, we'll do that. Also, I think Horikawa just posted a message in the general chat that she was home.
Okay, cool. Then she'll probably be on soon, I imagine. All right. Cool. So, well put. Mugged for 5 gold each. All right. So, he kind of looks up and says, "Well, all right. Yeah, that's 25 gold. All right. So, the layout of the rubble is something that you're probably you are familiar with, at least the tall one. The rubble going south. You've got the low boroughs, and you've got Castle Arcos itself, and then beyond that, you've got the high boroughs. Now, the path down to the low boroughs can be a little dangerous. It's a rather wide road, but it does occasionally have loose bits of rock, so you want to stay far from the sheer cliff face that's on the right-hand side of it as you can. Once you get to the low boroughs, it seems like the bottom of the canyon, but that's far from it. And along the way, that's probably where you're going to run into the most potential creatures of the canyon that might want to get in your way. Beyond the low boroughs, you end up reaching Castle Arcos itself, and you can actually cut through Castle Arcos if you'd like, see if anything hasn't been picked clean. It's surprisingly it's held up surprisingly well over the years, but you can actually also cut through that. There's been some rumors of the road itself having been destroyed between the bridges of Castle Arcos recently. So you're going to want to make sure that you're probably going to ultimately need to cut through Castle Arcos in order to make it out the other side, unless one of you happens to be powerful enough in the way of magic to get all of you over 30-foot gap or so. And then beyond that's the high burrows. High burrows might be another good place to rest tonight. Low burrows are probably the first place that you'll end up resting, however. And then once you get past the high burrows and you're basically out of the canyon, you are home free.
Mm-hmm.
That's
good. That's good information.
It's a quick layout of Arcos Canyon itself. However, knowledge sometimes can't beat just the sheer power of having someone utility and knowledge at their side, but I think you can work with that knowledge plentiful.
Well, that's good enough for me. I put down another 5 gold.
Likewise.
I put down another 5 as well.
And you mug your party members each for another 5. All right.
Okay. I'm going to be right back.
All right. He actually, Howard looks up at you and says, well, one more thing. You absolutely, gentlemen, you're going to want to rest up here tonight before you head on out to the rubble. I know that it's pretty early in the afternoon, but it's better to get through there as fast as possible. The curse on that land, whatever it may be, nobody's entirely sure, but it's best that you spend as little time as possible down there.
Yeah, I thought as much. It's not. Doesn't sound like a place where I would want to rest too much.
Oh, absolutely not. I usually make my journeys in 2 days, resting one night, and even then, it's luckily with a little bit of magic, keep awake for the night. But it's still not something I like to do. Spending the night down there, I minimize it as much as possible.
Well, thank you for your aid then.
Thank you for the 50 gold.
Yep.
Have fun with your book.
Thank you. I do hope that you have a safe journey down there. I've seen many traveler make it out pretty beat up on the other end if they make it out at all. But you look capable enough that if the gods smile upon you, you'll be right as rain.
We've been through some stuff. You wouldn't even believe half of it, I bet.
Huh. Well, I imagine that a man of some deity such as yourself would probably. What deity is that on your shield, anyways? Might I ask? I can't say I recognize that image at all.
Yes, sorry, I was going. That is Shibe, my god of loyalty and companionship.
Shibe, god of loyalty and companionship. You know, I think that's something that we need more of these days. Loyalty and companionship is something that I can get behind you spreading the word of. I wish you good out there, Sir Paladin.
Thank you very much again.
And again, safe journey.
Good day.
See ya.
You guys are still in this massive tavern.
So
You're gonna grab a place to stay for the night. You're gonna explore the town a little bit.
I was thinking maybe we should plan for what we might need or might not need for the journey. Like, it's a lot of going up and down, right? Might be an issue for the cart.
Ooh.
Do we want to bring the cart along, or should we just walk the entire way?
So, Velmer, you're familiar with the road. The road's pretty straightforward, and it's pretty wide. There are some parts where it gets a little narrow, but nothing that's usually harrowing for a cart. If the road is busted up ahead, though, like he mentioned, it was busted a little bit around Arcos Castle, that might be a little bit difficult. But still, it shouldn't be something that would really prevent you from bringing the cart through.
Yeah, it should work.
Okay, all right.
We'll bring it.
So what else, you guys decide you're bringing the cart. What else are you guys going to do here in Round Rock Pass? Anything before going to bed?
I'm going to investigate the Paladin's spell list because there might be something that might help.
The Paladin's Palace?
Spell list.
Oh, spell list. Oh, okay. Alright, so you're just going to, like, commune with your god, like, hey, can I learn this spell? No. Okay, how about this spell?
no, I'm going to check.
All right. So to get a room at the Brass Lantern is gonna be 5 silver each. It's fairly standard inn. That's just going to be for one night. I assume that's what you guys are all going to be doing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Well, the halfling behind the counter who you learn's name Borum does in fact give you keys to your room, and it sounds like maybe that's where our paladin is going to go commune with his god a bit over spells. Anything else that the rest of you guys are going to go do?
Nothing in particular.
All right. Cool. Yeah, it's a bustling town, but there's not a lot in terms of attractions. Simply because it makes all its money off of just being the place to stay along the way. So, the next morning comes, and what time would you guys say that you wake up at?
Fairly early.
You guys are early risers, and that makes sense for
Probably.
people of discipline.
Yeah, we've been in town for in the afternoon. I can imagine we went to bed early.
No, I imagine that you probably hung out in the bar a bit, maybe wandered around town a little bit. I wasn't assuming that you guys went immediately to bed, but
Yeah, not immediately,
but it is still okay. So you guys wake up early. This town, sure enough, has a bunch of merchants packing up their carts. A lot of people heading out west and east. Not a ton heading south. And sure enough, actually, as you head south, you see a whole bunch of other sellswords and other mercenaries who are it looks like a lot of them are already prepared to head out with some people heading south, or potentially looking for one as well. And on the way, there's actually a small little halfling girl who is waving what looks like hand-drawn maps. And sure enough, she's saying, maps for the canyon, at whoever she sees heading toward the south.
I will sense motive to see if these maps might actually be genuine.
All right. I mean, it's a map. It looks like they're not trying to screw you over, but it doesn't look like super good quality either.
In that case, I'll pass.
All right. Cool. In that case, I need to hide some areas of the screen.
I've decided my spell keep watch, just so I can stay up all night.
All right. Cool. I think actually Velmir can have that one too.
Yeah, I have it also
Does it?
prepared.
Okay,
You just have double power in case you get ambushed.
only one of it's needed. Only one of us needs it.
All
We
right.
probably
So
don't know that the other one has it prepared.
True.
that's true. Do you guys talk about what spells you have ready for the day, or are you just whatever? I don't trust my party members with anything. I'm sure
I
they'll
trust
talk about
Velmir. I trust Velmir.
Though I
Okay.
did use it on the way from Riddleport to Daventry.
Okay, so you're probably
so you
familiar
know I
with
have
the
been
fact that
using
Velmir-
it.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
Velmir just doesn't tend to sleep. Gotcha.
And then
And I'm back.
In that case, I'm just gonna prepare lesser restoration in case that curse is some sort of fatigue or ability damage thing.
All right. Cool. So yeah, you guys head out into Arcos Canyon. Let me change.
So what?
Terrence, what you missed is that everybody is getting ready to head out now. You guys spent the night in Round Rock Pass. You guys are heading over to the rubble now. All right, so change to this. So that is what this canyon looks like. That picture in the upper left there.
Whoa. That's
Yeah. It's got tons of just ruins way down the cliffside, and this road sticks to the left, kind of alongside the sheer cliff, and to your right is just a massive drop down to the bottom. And down to the bottom seems to be where most of the homes are, and there's also some dried up riverbeds that it looks like are present down at the bottom as well.
Is this Anolondo?
It is not at Orlando. It was hard to find city ruins in a canyon as a picture, So yeah, that cathedral does look a lot like Can Orlando and the one way back there too. So, yeah, you guys head into the ancient canyon, and you see this city that's centuries old, stretching out before you. It's been abandoned for so long, and that sheer cliff to your right actually that drops down. Even though there are some buildings peeking out of it, and every now and then you can catch a glimpse of what's down there, for the most part it's actually fog. And it looks like you're just going to be kind of descending in. But you guys start heading down.
Mhm.
So are you guys doing anything particularly special with your journey down? Are you looking out for certain things, or trying to keep kind of an idea of how everything is around you? Or are you just heading down?
Yeah, they're trying to be careful in general, just in case if there's some bandits that want to ambush
Well,
us.
yeah,
Try to look out for
bandits,
such
animals.
things.
Yeah, that's
And
fair. I
animals
imagine
and
that.
monsters.
I imagine that Velner's probably run into bandits down here before, because bandits are fairly common.
Yeah, I
It's
figured.
easy to loot people who are far from civilization where nobody else wants to go.
Or as you said, the roads might not be up to, might not be very good, and considering that we're at the edge of basically a cliff or something.
Yeah, yeah, the roads are not very.
Yeah, I
I
am
can
very
definitely
glad I
confirm.
prepared Featherfall.
No comment. So, yeah, you guys are heading down this canyon, and it just keeps descending. And after probably a few hours of actually being in the canyon proper, you guys hear a faint whistling noise coming from way down the road.
Mm.
So like further ahead.
Perception. You look around. You don't really notice anything, Don. But this sound is really entrancing. I'm gonna need all three of you to make a will save.
Will.
Wow. You will save.
Well,
We
then.
just need the paladin, who has a ridiculous will, so he's probably fine.
Wrong button. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. So you can feel like this is a very, like, almost siren song thing going on. This whistling sounds almost like a woodwind instrument. It sounds very fluty. It's very beautiful, but yeah, you guys shrug off whatever the hell this is. But it seems to be definitely coming from just down the road.
Colleen would probably fail the will save.
Oh, it's a good thing Colleen's not quite here yet.
They're sleeping in the cart. They don't hear it.
So
So you guys gonna keep moving, or you gotta do something in particular? Anything before you keep moving?
Yeah, keep moving and be prepared for whatever lies ahead.
Get out of range of that sound, yeah.
Well, the sound is from dead ahead. It's from further down the road.
Ah, okay.
So, well, as you approach the sound, sure enough, it doesn't really affect you guys. But as you're getting close, you actually see down the road. Velner, you recognize this immediately, but maybe Rago and Don don't. You see a cloaked figure in armor seated against the left side, right against that cliff face.
Oh, one of the knights that is not to be messed with.
Yes. And this is what he looks
I
like.
do tell the party that those knights, just leave them be, and they should leave us alone.
He's
I
currently
can tell.
sitting cross-legged on the ground, and he's got this sweet-ass glowing blue sword.
Yeah, I can tell.
And that sword is lying across his lap. And he's just kind of sitting a little bit down the road.
and yep, let's leave him alone.
All right. Well, as you like visually recognize that, he kind of turns and stares at you. Which doesn't seem to do anything at you, but
I gave him a nod.
There's no reaction from him. But you notice from the ground in front of you, there bursts two very large spiders. Does anybody have knowledge nature?
No one currently present.
I'll leave. You want to know something funny? I almost asked if there was if I could take in an alternate ninja one, that ninja thingy or whatever was have let
Ninja
me
trick for knowledge nature of some sort.
I have knowledge nature as a class skill, but
Well, yeah, you guys see before you, if you scroll to the right, two massive spiders burst out of the ground.
one of these sounds.
The whistling
spiders or
has
something.
stopped as soon as they burst out, and I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
to use let me use sensitive and place diplomacy and to identify creatures' special powers or vulnerabilities.
Hmm. Yeah, that might have been useful. I don't know. Promises.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to spend a CAD point. So, this init roll is going to be actually
+4, right?
In here temporarily.
Okay, so this is like technically a 28.06, right?
How did that? What did that roll? Yeah, that would be a 28.0 point.
All right. Yeah. Ninja shenanigans. All right. Oh yeah, it would be 0.10. Okay. And now these things get to roll initiative. Oh, come on. Where's that link? All right.
And I get to act in the surprise round.
There's actually no surprise around here because you guys didn't get taken in by the lovely sound of the whistling. Right. Add turn. This one. It's 9. Well, that 9.0. And then this other one. 17. All right. Cool. So, Raugo, you see these things pop up, and you are like more ready than anybody could possibly. You are inhumanly ready.
Tokens or something. I don't see.
You're to the right. Scroll to the right.
Oh.
See the whole thing. Yeah. So you are inhumanly prepared for giant spiders to jump out of the ground and attack you. So you get to go first.
By the way, just so you know, I'm not actually on the turn order thing. Neither I think is
Oh, that's based on an old token. 28.10. Okay. Oh, and Don's isn't technically Don either.
Isn't? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. But what was yours again? 8.0.
It's right there. It's what you thought is Filmer's.
Filmer's 19.03. That's wrong. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we're actually good.
Yeah.
All right. Raugil, you're up first.
okay. I'm going to go to and then I'm going to attack with my Wakizashi. And apparently,
I mean, it's versus its flat-footed AC. But yeah, no, even that's not enough. Yeah, no, you done goofed. But you tried. All right. Is there anything else that you can do this round?
no.
Well, Velmir, it's your turn then.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna stab it. Well, I try stab it.
No. Well, that didn't work either.
This is a very dodgy spider.
Well, this spider, who's all dodgy, then decides to take a bite at you guys. So let's see, who does he bite? He's gonna bite Ralgo. So
It
he rolls.
fits better into its mandibles.
Oh, it is your AC. It does a 25 beat your AC.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save. And also you take 12 damage.
That was a meaner spider than I expected.
Yeah, you nothing else happens, but you do take 12 damage. Alright, and now this spider actually takes a 5-foot step back. Well. And then this other spider runs forward to Don and does a charging bite. And rolls a 1, so you're fine. And Don, it's your turn. Spider just charged,
And
so
I'm
it's even especially vulnerable.
Yeah, does it... I make a 5-foot... Wait, how big is its range? It's probably 10 foot, is it?
I mean, it's only been going for bites, and that's going to be really hard to make reach 10 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna make a 5-foot step and shoot at it.
All right. Yeah, you successfully hit it for 3 damage.
And... wait, 5-foot step is a free action technically, right? Can
Yep,
I...
as long as you don't move again. You
Oh,
can take a move action, though.
Damn. Oh, yeah, well, like...
So you could, like, drink a potion or switch a weapon or something.
Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna keep kiting it.
All right. Ragil, it's your turn again.
Oh. Okay, well then I am going to go ahead and point, and then I'm gonna. How many acrobatics checks? Actually, no. How many acrobatics checks would I have to make to move to here? If I just went around, I think it would be 1, wouldn't it? Or
I think it would be just 1 because it's just 1 creature. So yeah, I think that you just need to make 1.
Then try and let's see if I beat a 15. I beat it exactly.
Just fine. Yep.
Like that, and
I imagine you just hop over this spider. Just like do a front flip over it.
And now I'm going to attack on this side where I have. I believe I'm flanking it.
No, because Velmir's not in combo with its 5-foot step.
But Velmy can flank it later.
Yeah, next turn he can flank it though.
Yep.
So that's still probably worthwhile.
Why'd you 5-foot step out of the way?
The spider did.
Yeah. You could have delayed.
After attacking you, it stepped back.
You could have delayed, like, until after Velmy. Velmy could have closed in, and then you could have flanked it.
I mean, you can just delay your standard action. Just wait for Velmir to move up.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, Velmir, it's your turn.
Round 2. Let's see if I hit at least. Maybe.
That does not hit. Oh wait, no, you're flanking.
You
So
can flank
yeah,
bonus.
actually that does hit. So you do 9 damage to the spider. Yeah, and then Raugil absolutely hits, and that gets bonus flank damage too.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
It's 20 more damage than I did.
Yeah. This spider is currently bloodied. I imagine you've like cut off a couple of its limbs, and it's like staggering about a little.
I like to imagine that Welgil like did a flip over the spider. I'd cut off one of its legs in the process.
I like it. Good teamwork. Now this time, the spider, because it just took so much damage from this ninja, 5 foot steps over here, and then takes a bite at Raugil again.
Provoke a attack of opportunity.
It's
only a
5 foot step.
So nope. If it was doing a full move action, then yeah. So this guy takes a 5 foot step and then bites at Raugil, which does 20. Does that hit?
That's exactly my AC.
Oh, well then in that case it doesn't. You are very, very lucky. All right, and now it's time for this other spider. So this spider actually, let's see, can it move in such a way?
Is it trying to flank Velmir?
It is trying to flank Velmir, and I don't think it can. That would have provoked an attack of opportunity. So yeah, he's just gonna run down Don then.
Yeesh.
And that is a 24 to hit.
Damn it.
Can I assume that hits?
Yeah, I've only got 22.
You need to make a fortitude save now, and you take 11 damage. I should change the music. It's like my starting music. Let's go with
Still not hearing anything.
just changing some stuff from Roll20. You guys should be able to hear it at this point.
No, I do.
I have heard it since the start.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. All right. So yeah, it charges after Don, does 11 damage, and Don needs to make a fortitude save, and that is not enough actually.
Bloody hell.
So Don, you are now paralyzed, and you take 1 strength damage. And now it's your turn. So you get to make another. You get to make another saving throw at least.
Yeesh. Where's my thing? Yeah. That's
All right. So you are very lucky because that means that the cure is only 1 save, so you're fine now. But
What's
you're
that?
paralyzed for basically an incremental amount of time, and you took 1 strength damage, but now you're fine.
Okay, strain damage. Well, no issue. Still got my no penalty.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'll do a 5 foot step and shoot at it again.
All right.
Whereas it's being very slow. Oh.
That does not hit actually.
Bloody hell. In that case, I use my swift action to heal myself.
All right. Now it's Raugil's turn.
And I'm going to 5 foot step over to here. To go and have fun. I'm going to have fun playing out whack-a-mole with, or whack-a-spider with it again.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Oh boy, you absolutely crit confirmed with sneak attack damage. Let's see how much you mess this spider's day up.
Well, I
well,
apparently only
okay.
get 2 sneak attacks.
That's still not awful.
According to that,
Alright.
yeah, I did 15.
Yeah, that's an additional 15 damage. Which, it's still bloodied. It's still hanging in there. All right.
Not for long.
Not for long at this rate, though. Velmir, it's your turn.
Shop. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, 2 crits in a row. You guys are on fire. Yeah, this guy's just dead. Spider
Bullets
just
flying all
completely
over the
chopped
place.
in half. You guys butcher this thing, no end.
Yes.
Time to save the
Alright.
paladin.
Time to save the paladin before he gets run down and killed. So, Spider runs forward and bites you again. And I assume that a 24 hits.
Me? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then, yeah, you take 12 damage and roll me another fortitude save. All right,
Save
so
that.
you did succeed on that fortitude save, which means you just take 12 damage. All right, Dom, it's your turn.
I think I'm just gonna do total defense for flank here.
All right, Ralgo, it's your turn.
And I'll heal myself again. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ralgo, it's your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My heal
Okay.
wounds are shit.
Move up here. Oh, darn.
Darn
Yeah, no,
thing.
that does not hit. Velmir, it's your turn.
Well, if I move up here, this is not flanking, right?
No, that's not
No.
flanking. You need somebody on the opposite side.
So there.
All right, that does count as flanking.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit it. You hit it for 5 damage. All right, now it's the spider's turn. Spider do. I'm gonna set the spider 5-foot steps over here, and then this time takes a bite at Ralgil, and it misses. Don, it's your turn.
I pull out my pitchfork and jab at it.
All right.
Huzzah! Wow.
Yeah,
That's good roll.
you hit it. You hit it for 6 damage.
And I heal myself again.
All right.
What is with these rolls? Do heals?
Step over to here.
Do I round up or down?
You always roll down in Pathfinder.
All right.
So yeah, Ralgil, it's your turn. Moving over and stabbing it again.
Healed again.
So yeah, you do a lot of damage.
Let me roll the 2d6.
Yeah.
At 18 damage.
All right, that's a bloodied spider.
Apparently, I'm the spider murderer.
Ralgil, spider murderer.
I should name my Wakazashi Sting now.
Oh boy, that also hits for a lot of damage.
Wait, does a 9 hit?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. 9 does not hit.
Would be an 11, but
Yeah, that'd be 11. Still versus its flat-footed AC, but even so, that's still not enough. All right, now it's the spider's turn. He burrows straight down into the ground,
Coward!
which actually does provoke an attack of opportunity from all 3 of you because he's going like full speed into the ground.
yeah, max damage. That's 12, I think, in total.
Yeah, and that's enough. So he starts burrowing into the ground really, really fast, but not fast enough because you all stab him and kill him.
Wow.
So that. Oh, actually, I'm not even joking. You guys are 1 HP short. He successfully burrows into the ground.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a recurring enemy now
Oh, clearly.
for
He's
the
gonna come
entire
back for
area.
revenge.
For the
Yeah,
entire area.
of course.
It's gonna be back with a vengeance.
The spider is burrowed underground, and now there's just a
course.
big hole. So, like, you guys could pursue him if you like.
No.
Hole. All
I
right.
mean, none of us got burrowing speed or anything. We could assume that Nava just sends Nurse Elemental after it. Nah. Anyway, Ralgo was damaged, right?
Actually, I'm almost at half health. I'm almost bloodied.
Here you go.
I
Okay.
don't have a lot of health.
Well,
Surprise.
hopefully that 9 healing helps. All right.
Almost at full.
Good enough.
So you guys turn back to the road, and this knight that was just sitting there, still staring at you the whole time. Face hidden by this cloak.
I'm very
Well-
close to taunting him into just, why, you could have helped, but no, I'm not gonna say that to him. Just in case. He might be easily offended.
So can I assume that you guys continue
Yes.
down the road? All right. You guys do continue down the road, and sure enough, after about a day's journey, you end up in what seems like the low boroughs, which what the place that Howard told you about. It was kind of like where a lot of old neighborhoods and stuff were, and there are tons of old abandoned buildings down at the bottom of this.
I was just going to ask Velmir what was the deal with that night or something. Or,
No
because
one
it
quite
seems like-
knows. They have been there for a long time, and if you mess with them, they mess with you, and you will probably not survive. So it's just leave them alone and leave it at that. Safest for everyone involved.
On top of actually one of the roofs of one of these old derelict buildings down in this neighborhood. It's like a bunch of old houses and stuff down in low boroughs where you guys arrived toward the end of the day. And this area just has, it's just tons of old crumbling houses. And among these old crumbling houses, there's one of those knights, actually. He looks more halfling-sized than the humanoid one earlier. Sitting on top of one of the more stable buildings, staring at you as you pass. Unblinking, sitting there with a glowing blue sword.
That's
No.
It's
hella
a nice
unnerving.
sword.
This is the area that that Howard told you you probably end up spending the night. And sure enough, the sun is going down fast, which goes down even faster now that you're in a canyon.
Right.
Let's head into one of the buildings and
Yeah.
see.
All right, yeah. Roll me
Knowledge architecture, I bet.
a perception check to just see how good of a place you can find. Yeah, you guys are able to find some pretty good spots to nestle in for the night. So yeah, you guys find one of the kind of back far away from the road. You find a pretty cleared out ancient house. All the buildings here are just made of solid stone. Some of them built right out of the ground. And you guys just managed to find one that's cleared out, not a lot of rubble to move, but is defensible position as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to ambush you in the night.
Sounds good to me.
And sure enough,
Yep.
traveling through this canyon has kind of draining on you over the course of the day, more so than you would expect. And how it's going to manifest is everybody takes 1 Constitution damage overnight.
Oh.
Nah, I'm going to use that as a restoration on myself to heal that strength damage, and I'm guessing it's also does it also prevent that, or?
Yeah, I'm going to say that with your Lesser Restoration, you're able to restore the damage that's
Yay.
dealt. So you're fine at least. But interestingly enough, it even does affect Belmir as a.
Yep.
Yay, I now have a negative modifier to my constitution.
Hey.
That's
Clearly
always
the
a
tank
good
of
thing,
the
right?
team.
I suppose I was going to prepare the spell again, but I suppose I'm going to use it first thing next morning on Relga instead of keeping it for when we need it.
All right. So the next morning comes. The night was uneventful, and sure enough, you use that Lesser Restoration on Roundgill, and so you're back to 0 Constitution. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And as you travel back out of the lower boroughs, you guys do happen to notice that this smaller knight of Arcos Canyon is sitting on a different building than last night,
Mm-hmm.
staring at you as you pass. The road continues to wind. Now it's like nice and open. Now that it's on flat ground. The road actually splits off. There's a fork. One fork to the right and one fork to the left.
I wonder if anybody has done the staring contest against one of these knights.
You can't get a good look at their eyes. You see a faint blue glint under the hood of their cloak. But you haven't seen that blue glint stop at any point. You could try having a staring contest though.
Nah. We've got better things to do.
What would that roll be anyway?
Something between somewhere between Constitution and Wisdom, I think. Or
I like the idea of wisdom as driving staring contests.
well, I mean, it's like endurance, willpower, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So maybe almost a fortitude save. Anyways, so yeah, there's a fork in the road. Which way do you go?
The one less traveled, and that's going to be the only difference.
So the only distinctive things that you notice is the road to the right seems to go toward this castle off of it.
And the left goes past the castle.
The left puts basically a massive canyon wall in between the castle.
I mean, it would be kind of neat to see the castle since we're passing through, but it's probably safer not to go there.
Castle means adventure. Adventure means wasting more time that we don't have.
Basically.
Take the left fork then. The one away from the castle.
Alright, so you take a left at the junction. And you guys continue down this road for a while. Actually, Belmir, I want you to roll me a knowledge geography check.
Right.
Only because you've been here before, so I'm gonna make it uncapped.
Right.
Okay, only because of your travels here, you know that taking a left here is gonna bring you out west?
Oh.
Or out east, I mean? That's not gonna bring you south the way that you're trying to go.
Okay. That was good to roll good on. So
I
so we
figured
have
it'd be
to.
unfair to not give you guys a chance at recognizing that.
So so we want to take the right to go south. Simple as that. Whoa.
If you say so.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys head on down the road toward Castle Arcos. And you guys continue for a while, and about probably 10 o'clock in the morning, pretty like mid-morning, you guys actually do make it to the castle. Now, one thing you notice is that, sure enough, as that man back in town, that mercenary back in town mentioned, it seems like the road's kind of destroyed here. So, but there are two bridges that lead into the castle. One that leads kind of in from your path, and then there's one that leads out onto the path on the other. So I'm actually going to move. If you scroll way to the right here, I'm about to reveal a bunch of areas. You can kind of get an idea of what this all looks like.
The guy said that he would go through the canyon in 2 days with one rest. I'm guessing that the rest would have been at the castle itself then. Like, that sounds very central.
Well, you guys weren't terribly far from the fence to begin with. So, or from the castle, I mean. I don't know why I said fence. You can see on the far side of this massive gap here, you can actually see that there's kind of a bridge connecting on the other side of this area of the road that's destroyed.
Oh, looks like we get the fun of going through the castle.
So there's this bridge leading up to the castle. Let me reveal a little bit more so you get an idea of what the outside looks like. Problem is it's a diagonal outside on this side, so it looks like a big octagon from the top.
But isn't there a polygon selection tool for revealing? Also?
Oh my god, there is! Oh my god, this is so much better. Yeah.
Straight lines.
Yeah.
Sexy.
So amazing. Okay. Man, I had no idea that existed. Great. It must be a new feature or blind before. But yeah, it looks like Castle Arcos has these massive double doors at the front off this bridge, and weirdly enough, when you arrive toward the castle, there's even more downward that the canyon ends up going, and the road does end up becoming kind of sticking to the wall again, like it was on the way down. So that's a sheer cliff that's indicated by those lines next to the road there. And there's actually, let me get a nice view to the castle just a little bit. So you guys can actually see a little bit in the castle from here. And one of the big double doors is just gone on this big castle entrance. The other door is just held open, like it looks like it's stuck, rusted in place from time.
Well, time to go through the castle.
Yep, I'll take the lead.
All right. Hold on, let me. Polygon reveal is amazing. Okay, so you guys can see that there's actually some balconies in the room, and this does seem like a grand entryway of some sort. And there's a few doors here and there.
That's a double door to the left, right?
Yes.
Hello.
So as you enter the room, you hear the sound of kind of a little bit of metal clanking, and you see that and you see two orcs, two half orcs it looks like, leaning over the balconies with guns pointed at you. So these are actually inaccurate. These are guns that they're pointing, not crossbows and bows. And the one on the balcony that's lower on the map kind of shouts at you and says, "Drop all of your stuff. There's a holdup." And sure enough, two more half-orcs kind of step out of this door and one out of this one.
How quick do you think I could shoot them down? Not very, I'm guessing.
You can certainly try.
How accurate are guns in this universe?
Roll me a knowledge engineering, I guess. I mean, I imagine Velmir probably doesn't have a ton of experience with guns. Not a ton of people do.
Not really.
They're more common in this area. So with that, you know that like they're not super reliable and they're kind of hard to use. But if somebody's using it as their primary weapon, it's probably because they've got a lot of experience with it. But all of these dudes have muskets, basically.
Right.
Bandits. Why did it have to be bandits? Well, we've got kind of a valuable cargo, so I'm not up for surrender.
No. I'm not sad to hear, but still slightly worried that the guns are gonna hurt. But I guess they have a fairly slow reload time.
So what you know is that untrained people are very slow at reloading weapons, reloading guns, but for a lot of gunslingers, it's a lot faster.
Yeah, but it's not like they have multiple shots prepared. Right?
No, they would only be able to like fire one shot before needing to reload, and that would basically take a full round action generally.
So as long as we survive the first burst, we can probably kill at least one of them.
I'm thinking that these four are the only ones around. So if he could like run straight through the one to the left, we could hide behind the walls until this could shoot us.
Actually, I'm going to use one of my new spells.
What spell are you gonna use?
Bladed Dash.
Oh man.
So up
this
to
one's
30
very
movement, I'm gonna just vanish past him and strike him in the...
Let me reveal some area there for you.
Yep.
Now it turns into an anime.
Basically,
well, of course.
it's anime, the spell. So yeah, you dash by this guy, roll an attack.
Yes.
That gives you a bonus on intelligence as well.
Yep. And this is just plain.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. So that is 6 damage.
Initiative, I'm guessing.
Yep, everybody roll me some initiative.
I'm going to spend a Kai point to act in the surprise round.
Okay, yeah, sure. So yeah, what do you want to do while we're still in the surprise round?
Here and this
I'll
guy.
give that to you as flanked if you like. All right, yeah, that absolutely hits, and you get an extra 2.
And I just did 9 damage.
You did. You did. All right. Cool. So this guy took a lot of damage right off the bat. All right. Now, time for me to roll some initiative while you guys roll some initiative as well.
Already did.
Yeah, I didn't. Yep. Okay. 1406, 1703. Wow. Okay. These guys actually rolled really well.
I still go first.
Absolutely, you do. That's not even a question. This guy.
Just ninjing about all over the place.
God, this guy has a very good initiative bonus, but it's not enough. This guy's a plus 10 initiative bonus. That's absurd. All right. And it still was not enough. He still is last with a plus 10 initiative bonus. The dice fall wherever they please. All right. Gentlemen, Ralgil, you're up first.
I'm not gonna.
And I'm going to hit the guy again.
All right. Go for it.
I'm going to spend a Kai point to make a second attack at my full attack bonus. Because I'm doing a full attack.
Oh boy. That means that you would also get 2 instances of precision damage, right?
It's treated like sneak attack damage, so...
Yeah, so like with both times, you get to roll 2d6 twice. So, Jesus. Yeah, this guy's dead. This guy is just gone.
Wow.
Just deleted.
He did.
All right. Now it's the other 2 gunslingers that are more normal, I guess. Don't seem to be the leader. This guy at the bottom fires his gun at Don. He's actually got a clear shot. So that is a 15 to your touch AC.
Yeah, hits. Got 13 there.
All right. You take 5 damage.
Is that all?
That's all.
I'll live.
This guy up top fires actually a bullet at Roundgill because he just sees a crazy ninja that just murdered the shit out of his friends. So does a 20 versus touch AC hit you?
Yes, it would actually. Why versus touch AC?
Because they're guns. Guns go to hit touch AC only. Unless it's past 1 range increment.
Okay, then yes, it definitely hits.
Alright, well, you take 5 damage as a bullet clips through your shoulder. And then this guy actually kind of repositions a little bit over here. This guy repositions a little bit over here. And they both reload. Alright, Velmir, it's your turn.
Yeah. How high up are those on the balconies?
The balconies, I'd say, are about 15 feet up.
Okay.
That's why I'm not worried about them. That's why I'm just trying to... If they want to chase after us, they're welcome to, but...
Yeah, that's the thing. We can just go inside. They can't shoot us. They have to come down from there. that seems like a better idea than to like outgun them with my Ray of Frost. That's like my alternative. So yeah, I'm gonna be boring and hide behind the wall.
Camping strats.
Yeah.
All right. Done?
I go behind the other wall. Just move.
All right. Now it's the leader's turn here. He pulls out something from his bag.
Actually, that was just a move action, right?
Yeah, you could do a standard action. Well.
Yeah, then I shoot the guy on the bottom, and I'm going to smite him.
Oh man, you're just gonna really ruin this guy's day. All right. Hey, you did 9 damage to that guy.
And I get extra AC against him. Yay.
You do. All right. So it's the leader's turn. He pulls something out of his bag and hops down from the banister. Let's see if he makes an acrobatics roll to reduce damage. I imagine he will. Yeah, he's fine there. And he tosses what looks like a bomb, actually. And it explodes.
I got JC. A bomb.
It explodes
Exactly.
here. And so I'm gonna need Ralgil and Velmir to make a reflex.
Oh.
Did you say a reflex?
Yeah, and I think Ralgil just actually got uncanny dodge this level.
Yes.
So if you make this, you take no damage because
No, that's evasion.
it's evasion. Oh, that's right. Uncanny dodge is no flat-footed. Okay. So Velmir. You're good. Oh boy. Do you have evasion?
No,
I
don't have any of such things.
Unfortunately, I do not.
Oh really? Okay. So both of you at least take half damage.
Yep.
This is a pretty big like firebomb that goes off, and it's very loud and kind of shakes the room a bit. And so you guys each take 5 damage.
Oh, that's nothing.
And then you hear the castle itself rumble a little bit.
And we see the people, those orcs are idiots.
Using
No,
a bomb
it's
in
your
a
turn.
decrepit building. Not clever idea. I don't suppose Velga could do the same thing like last time, acrobatics past the leader and wait for Velmir to flank? I don't know.
Probably could. I mean, the leader has actually jumped down,
Yeah.
which
Yeah, but I'm currently planning to like blade dash past him again, so I can get it from behind.
building bows, aren't they?
They're guns. It's just I couldn't find a token of musket-wielding orcs.
We're done. Move over to here then, and if you're going to attack, I'm going to hold my thing. They don't get AOs because they're wielding ranged weapons.
That's true. You're absolutely correct. Although, actually, the 2 non-leaders actually have bayonets on the end of their guns, but the leader does not, so you're fine there. All right. So, are you gonna
I'm
stab
gonna
him?
hold I'm gonna hold my standard action till. I think it was mentioned that Velmir would move and attack.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for the other 2 orcs. So this one hops down off the banister. Let's have him roll his acrobatics. He actually failed. So he takes 2 fall damage.
Stupid
And he
mook.
kind of staggers a little bit, so he doesn't quite manage to get his gun aimed and fired again. But this guy fires immediately at Ralgil, the bottom.
He's firing to melee though.
This guy or something? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got precise shot. He's
Dang
good.
it.
No penalties there, but that is an 11 versus touch AC, which I don't think hits Relgil.
No.
All right. So now it's Belmir's turn.
Right. A swift action to increase my magic bonus. I'm just gonna run up and hit him.
And I'm gonna hit him as well. So.
Yep. You're gonna do that combo again. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Looks pretty well.
Yeah, both of you actually. Yeah, both of you managed to hit him.
18 damage.
Yeah, you guys did a good chunk of health on him.
Hell yeah.
I think he's regretting trying to hold us up.
You hear a shriek coming from down below.
Oh, God,
Imagine like a Metroid sound, except louder, bigger.
Is it similar to the singing
It
noise?
seems like it might be coming. No, it doesn't seem related to the singing noise. It sounds like it's coming from below you. Don, it's your turn.
Given the lack of alternatives, I continue to make that one guy's life day worse.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Little trick.
Well, he's actually going to spend a grit point because he's a gunslinger, and he's going to dodge out of the way, which lets him also do a 5-foot step and get +2 to his AC, which means that misses.
Oh well.
All right. Now, before this leader goes, I'm gonna roll one more initiative and add that. Oh, hey, it's Raocow.
Oh, hey, it does work.
Hi.
Wow!
Oh
Oh
boy.
my god, this dog
Things-
is better at bombing stuff than you are.
I shoot him.
Well, things are about to get actually very interesting.
I shoot the nearest person.
A giant worm appears.
I hug it.
That might not be the best idea, although I will let you roll a knowledge nature or determine what it is.
I literally just got done, so assume I roll 1,000.
You got it. No, seriously, what's like your knowledge nature bonus? I can just do a take 10 on it. For you.
7 if I
Seven?
recall.
17? That's enough that you can inform your teammates that this is a death worm.
I inform my teammates that is a death worm.
It's got corrosive blood, it shoots lightning, and it's poisonous.
I say it's a pet. We should keep it as a pet.
Well, it's this orc's turn. He sees this thing, he immediately freaks out and just bolts, which gives an attack opportunity for both of you guys. So, why don't you guys make that
Come
before you
on.
actually...
Yeah!
And,
Shopping at him.
I'm pretty sure my thing already would have murdered him, but there we go.
so, let's see.
That's a good roll.
What is his health?
Did my attack? Oh wait. I'm sorry. I miss Velmir's is my roll. I still did decent damage.
Because
I don't think
he's
Valmir's
flanked-
crit happens.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you guys just, this guy turns to bolt and you guys just shred him. He's just gone. He's just in pieces on the floor.
Where the heck is everyone?
Off to the right.
far right.
I can add your token actually. I've got it on the GM layer here.
Oh, there we are. I see. Okay,
So you've actually got direct control of your duck now. You guys are in a canyon, which is the fastest way to get across the world to Orna right now. And it's kind of a like semi-cursed canyon. And it's been kind of shitty to go through so far. So now you
These
guys are in a
half-orcs
castle
to try
trying
to
cut
mug
through.
us.
Yeah, and these half-orc musketeers tried to mug you, and then one of them threw a bomb, which made the place rumble, and then you heard a shriek, and then this giant worm just popped up.
Also,
Right,
Horikoa
actually-
takes 1 constitution damage because of the canyon.
That's true. The canyon's curse has dealt you 1 constitution.
Oh, and by the way, since you had wondered about items, I'm gonna take the Cloak of Fiery Vanishing.
I love it. Cool. All right. So now it's the worm's turn, unless Horikawa manages to roll something between 14 and 7
For my,
for your initiative.
oh, fuck. I am still pulling things up. Will you just roll my initiative for me? I
Okay.
think it's +4.
Sure thing. All right. Horikawa's initiative is 10, which is actually between 14 and 7. So, believe it or not, Colleen goes before the giant worm.
And the giant worm is right next to an half-orc, so she could theoretically do splash damage to both of them. Not knowing how
Yeah,
she's
sure.
good.
Yeah, based on your knowledge nature, though, you know that this thing is very nasty. Like, if you stab it, it will damage your weapon. If you stand around, it will shoot lightning at you. This thing is very mean.
How tameable is
Very untamable.
I like the challenge.
Like, you touch it and you might get poisoned.
Try
I like
petting
the
it.
challenge.
I mean, you can certainly try. I won't stop you.
I'm gonna try and calm it down, bitches.
All right, so you're gonna run up and like, all right, roll me a handle animal check on this
Fuck
giant
yeah.
worm, on this death worm.
One natural 20 now.
Soon as Acrobat DC opens. There, finally. Fucking hell.
Why couldn't you just use the inbuilt character sheet functions of Roll20?
Because they need to dig through that, and it's slow and laggy. And once you have Acrobat open, it's way faster
Can
a lot of the
confirm.
time. Like I like the built-in Roll20 stuff, but I always use PDFs and stuff anyway.
Handle animal. And I am currently level 4. Okay.
All right. You try to handle animal. This worm is not having much of it. It doesn't seem to be aggressive to you at the moment, though. It like you run up and like, I love you, worm, and the worm like looks at you and then looks at everybody else and gets angry instead.
Excellent.
I'm gonna move you up closer to the worm, like you probably are. Also, you've got direct
Yep.
control of your duck now.
I'm gonna have my duck quack at it in a seductive way.
Oh, your duck is so seductive. Does your duck have handle animal? Is it? Can we get like a recursive animal handling thing going on?
Maybe.
I mean, you can just roll a raw charisma for your duck to see if the worm even notices your duck.
I can roll a what?
A raw charisma for your duck.
What is my... I don't have stats for my duck.
Oh boy, I think they would just be standard stats for
Don't
like a bird companion, I guess. I guess we didn't quite.
No, I never got stats for them. It's fine.
fine.
We can handle that between sessions.
Yeah. Here, just for a quick reference, you can use these stats for now. So that would be duck's not super charismatic. It's a -2 roll. So I'm just gonna assume the duck doesn't really do much in the face of this giant worm. But
Okay.
the giant worm does something. I will tell you that. The giant worm turns to Raocow, and then immediately just tries to lunge at him to bite him.
I say no! Bad!
So, does a 24 hit you, Raocow?
Spit it out.
That's?
And it does.
It does. Okay. In that case, you take 10 damage, and I need you to roll me a fortitude save. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, 16 damage. That's more like it.
So many fortitude saves today. This place sucks.
And I
We've been told
am
as much.
at an even 0.
You are, you take 2 constitution damage. And you are currently poisoned.
Correction, I am now currently probably at... Sure.
Terrence, you're cutting out a lot. I'm not quite sure what you're saying.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot for me too.
Likewise.
Okay, that's weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah.
much clearer now, actually. So what were you saying about the fortitude damage?
I'm not sure, but I... Oh wait, that's damage, not drain.
Wait, so were you saying earlier that you're at exactly 0 health now?
Before the constitution damage got figured into it.
Gotcha. Well, now the constitution damage has figured into it, so now you're at -4. All right. So, next up in the turn order is Ralgil. Roll me a fortitude save to see if you can resist some of this poison, and then roll me a a death save. All right, so
the first one was the poison save.
So you don't actually roll fortitude in order to death save in this game. It's raw constitution.
Oh, lovely.
So that would be minus your fortitude bonus. Okay, there we go. So you don't manage to save on that poison. However, you do manage to prevent yourself from losing any more health.
So how much constitution?
Except for the fact that the poison then kicks in a little more. And you take 1 more constitution damage.
Oh boy, I shouldn't have wasted that spell earlier.
Question.
Yes.
How much HP do you get per level? That was the only thing I didn't do.
Oh, you just roll the hit die for your class and then add your constitution modifier.
Wasn't there
+1.
something weird as well for...
Yeah, it's just I always give you +1 health on favorite class bonus.
Oh, so we get +1 health and then +1 additional skill point?
Yes, you get both of those as your favorite class bonus. Me on DM.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, thank you.
All right. So now it's this orc's turn. This orc freaks out, and he bolts through this door.
What? Doesn't he want to play with the death worm?
Do
For
you want to
shame.
play with the death worm? Because if so, it's your
No,
turn.
I don't. But he's a stinking orc or half orc. He can play with it instead of us.
Well, what do you want to do this turn?
Well then. Well, didn't the other guy do something?
I'm
Okay.
thinking how high is the rubble on the left? Like, how can the worm pass through it? Respectively, can we pass through it?
Yeah, both of you could pass through. It's just rough terrain functionally.
Right, so not a good idea.
Well,
I guess there's one more thing not that it's important. But...
The southern door is opens into the way of the room. So I think if we went through there and closed the door, the worm couldn't open it as easily.
or it just smashed it open. Can I hit the worm from here, or are the people in the way?
You can hit the worm from there.
But
There.
I think my character would much prefer it if you dragged him out. His negative hit point total due to constitution damage, the max he can reach,
Yeah.
I think, unless you're doing the 10 or constitution score, whichever is greater. If he loses 3 more constitution points, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to move this orc. So this orc just bolts too, which means that Colleen gets a attack of opportunity. So it chooses.
Well, fuck orcs. I'm gonna throw fire at him.
At point blank. All right.
Oh, I guess not. I guess I should stab him. Stab him.
All right. Yeah. Just when you get the chance, roll that. He's gonna be like over here, which means that
I'll
Don
do it
also
right
gets an
now.
attack of opportunity. All right. So yeah, Velmir, you can go up and stab the worm. That is something that you can.
Yeah, but there is a matter. But is the Regil like collapsed now from?
Oh yeah, Raugil has been collapsed for a little bit now.
Oh yeah, then
I
I
think
probably
that's
want to
good.
remove him from the worm if possible.
Well, the worm just bit him and then dropped him, so he's on the ground. He wasn't grabbed.
Yeah, so can I like lift him up and run away?
Yeah, you can pick him up and move away. That does provoke an attack of opportunity from the worm, though.
Well, what if
Oh,
you use
but I'm stuck
retreat?
here. Can I still
Retreat
just move?
option.
Yeah, you could move up and pick up Raugil, but if you move back away, that's gonna provoke the attack of opportunity.
Or you can move here and pick me up.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could do that.
Oh, then I'll do that.
All right, so you are holding a Raugil.
And the fastest escape is through this door, so I go through there.
All right, let me reveal some areas. Do-do.
Hiding together with the orc. Lovely company.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's still freaking out and trying to run away. He's actually opening this door right now.
Wait, hold on. Ran past me, right?
Yeah, so you get an attack of opportunity on
Yeah,
that.
I'm using a bow, so no point.
Yeah, so Colleen, that actually did hit the orc, so just roll for damage.
Who, me?
Colleen.
I think Colleen rolled her damage before her attack.
Okay.
Or,
No, she rolled her attack. That was her health earlier. So yeah, the orc took 4 more damage. All right, Don, it's your turn.
Let's see. That's enough. I moved through the room and used lay on hands on Relgo.
All right. How much health do you bring Raugil to?
Well, let's find out.
I'll probably move a little further inside.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
A decent 7 points.
All right, so Raugil is now at 7 health. And is now conscious again.
Oh.
Actually, can I use my second move action to do another lay on hands?
Yeah, sure. All right, so now Raugil is at a solid 16 health. Colleen, it's your turn.
I'm gonna calm the worm down again.
All right, roll me another handle animal.
Whenever I need to roll well.
All right, this worm looks at you like waving at it frantically and like, please be my friend, please be my friend. And it kind of looks at you a little confused.
I begin to do the worm.
You begin to do the worm. All right.
I speak in its native language.
Roll me perform dance.
I think I do have performance. No, I don't have performance, sadly. I guess I'll just roll my charisma.
Yeah. You try really hard, and it like sees that, and it's a little endearing to the worm. But the worm is still like pretty mad. But it kind of looks at you quizzically for a little bit, and is a little distracted before it decides to move on. It's
Okay.
almost impressed by your dance.
Fair enough.
I think
This worm starts charging this way.
You had a tasteful cobalt flesh.
And it breaks down this wall.
God,
Bloody hell!
I told you it would just break down the doors.
This wall's just gone.
I was hoping it would at least stop it for a turn or two.
Alright. Raugil, it's your turn. You are conscious. However, you need to make me another fortitude save. All right, this is your first successful save against, which means that you do not take Constitution damage this round. Now,
Can
what do you want to do with this turn?
I finish opening this door? Said he was opening that door.
Yeah, I'd say at this point it's actually open. So,
Side there.
yeah, and yeah, you can just run on in. It's got a knocked over bench. It's otherwise a very picked, clean kind of room. Given the history of the ruins, that's not too surprising.
Area? Can we see in here as well, or not?
The bottom room.
Yeah.
You can see if you want to peek in. You can. Yeah, if you want to run over and peek in there before running into the main, sure you can do that. And so yeah, you peek in there, and you see a room with 2 statues, one of them destroyed, and an altar.
There's no doors over in this room, though.
No other doors out of that room.
Any doors out of... Oh, yep, there's doors out of this room. Okay. I am going to go make a book for it. Let me see. Spend 1 Kai point to increase my speed by 20 feet. And, well, actually, can I open a door as I'm moving?
No, that's going to require you to take more time to open it. You can end your turn with opening the door, I guess. I'm going to say opening a door is a swift action.
Swift action?
Yeah, I'm going to say
I'm going to see, can I see more of this room if there's another way down, further down?
Oh, yeah, like... I guess there's no other doors down the bottom. That's kind of exactly where the wall is. Let me make that a little clearer.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to open this door then.
All right. So you pop this door open. Ah. And I'll let you see inside of it too before your turn's over. Alright, now it's time for the orc's turns. This orc, he saw you running past, but he didn't even care. He's freaking out. So he kind of runs and follows you, which does provoke an attack of opportunity from Velmir. Would you like to take it?
Oh, yes, I do.
Alright.
Stupid. Damn it.
Nope, you don't hit him, even while he's running and helpless, or not really helpless, but like, he's clearly not involved in combat right now, so.
Yeah.
So this one runs over here.
You could charge at him next. No, wait, you couldn't because there's one in the way. Dang it.
Alright, Velmir, it's your turn.
Another important.
I would.
Yep.
And getting through the room so that way we can the worm waste time breaking walls. I don't think the worm could fit through the door.
I mean, escape is an option.
I mean, heck, you could even double speed move and get past me.
Oh yeah, doesn't Relgir get an attack of opportunity against the half-orc?
Yeah, actually, Relgir would.
I don't think I'm going to take it.
That's fair.
To be honest, at this point, I don't think the half orc is focused on hurting us at all. I think the half orc is focused on the exact same goal we are: escape.
But we fought a lot against a sugar dragon. This is just it's something smaller than a dragon. It's clearly not dangerous.
Yeah, but against the sugar dragon we had pineapple with us. We stand no chance with that pineapple.
We don't have our MVP. That is very true.
And also, that sugar dragon has no special abilities.
Yeah. Okay. I run.
All right, Don.
I withdraw.
You withdraw. All right. Colleen.
Honorable withdraw.
I sing to it.
All right. Do you want this to be a handle animal or performing?
No, for handling animal, I do that.
All right. Roll me a handle animal check.
That's not bad.
That's getting up there. Yeah. This worm kind of turns around and is a little entranced by your humming. It takes no other action this. Ralgil, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to go, and I'm presuming this is the bottom border of this room as well.
Yeah.
Right here.
There are no more
Okay.
doors on the bottom there.
Then how do we get to the southern exit?
Out.
Well, if
Prob-
Pauline tames the worm, he can just crush down the wall for us.
It's a plan.
So I assume that Ralgil, you head upward to the door.
The door.
All right. Which reveals this room entirety, and actually even lets you see a little bit into the far room, and the second orc escaping up that way. All right. Now it's the orc's turns. The orc shouts at Velner, "Stop stabbing me!" And runs.
Did he stab him anyway?
You could stab him anyway. Both you, Don, and Ralgil even could stab him anyway.
Nah.
Ah.
Yeah. That would be a dick move.
Yeah, and
Alright,
now
well,
that he
Velner,
said something, he's
your
suddenly
turn.
more human. No, I'm leaving B for now.
That's racist.
Okay.
Yes.
Again,
Yes, it is.
code of honor. Generally, don't stab fleeing opponents. Generally, unless you.
If
Unless
I
we
don't,
have
they
it-
might come back and try to stab me in return.
Yeah, no point doing it.
But no, for now, I believe in B. Just run on by.
All right,
Okay.
Don.
Let's see. I can do a run action, right?
Yeah.
That would be what? 150 feet? Anyway, 20 feet there, 30 feet there, 10 feet there. So I would get to around. Yeah.
All right. Let me reveal some areas.
It's just a double move, so yeah. No rush.
All right. Colleen, it's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna keep singing.
All right, roll me another handle animal check.
Oh dear.
Colleen will distract them so the rest of us can
The
escape.
worm kind of shakes off its almost daze that it was in, and charges back down the hallway.
The
I knew I
sacrifice
shouldn't
will be
have had
remembered.
Shouldn't have had to try to hit that high note.
And breaks down this wall. You hear the sound of crumbling as this worm is chasing you guys. Ralgil, it's your turn.
I am gonna go.
On the upside, the worm is stupid and takes a long way, so
I'm
Colleen
going
can.
to go
takes a
run
short
over
way.
to here, and just so I can see what's in there. If I
Yeah, sure. You peek in the room, and there's the other orc. The door at the bottom.
going to, I think, continue running over to here. I think run lets me move.
I think it's 3 times your base move.
Let me do some.
You know what we should have done? Take the corpses and throw them at the worm, as a
Oh yeah,
distraction.
I can definitely move down here at least.
All right, there you are. See another room with a bunch of rubble in it. And that is a door on the bottom, by the way. Let me do that
Is
up a
that-
little bit more. All right. Now it's the orc's turns. This orc is going to run over here. This orc is going to run over here. And now Velnir, it's your turn.
Yeah, just gonna
He
do
kind of
one.
shoves Valgil to the side as he's running through the doorway.
In like 30, yeah, somewhere around there, I guess. Now I'm getting kind of worried that if it's gonna continue breaking down walls like that, eventually this thing is gonna come crumbling down. This place.
I mean, there's been a bomb already, yeah. But to be fair, this place has been terribly built. Whoever was the architect deserved to be hanged.
And there were way too few doors leading south.
Exactly.
The feng shui is completely off.
The feng shui of this desert castle is not probably what the designers had in mind. Don, it's your turn.
No wonder this place got cursed. I keep going. 10 there, 25 there, and let's see, another 25 to the door.
That's hard terrain there in the middle.
Oh, right. So let's see, that's... $10 there, 5... No, wait. I'm gonna stand on the rubble, whatever.
All right, Colleen, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna
Rabbit's
chase after the
tail.
worm. I'm gonna try and ride it.
You are aware that you could possibly get poisoned if you.
Oh, that's fair. Never mind. I probably
Got
won't try and
venomous
ride it. I am gonna catch up to it though.
Yeah, I mean, you could try another handle animal.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I didn't know I could do that as well. Alright.
Oh man, you run up and you're like, "No, Mr. Worm, I'm sorry," and it slows down a little bit. And goes back to. It looks at you and takes no action. This.
Colleen.
Raldo, it's your turn.
I am surprised that worm doesn't try to bite her face.
Okay,
It's
let's
impressive.
see.
All you gotta do is know how to handle
Here.
worms.
Clearly.
It's down
They
here.
just don't teach you this stuff in school these days.
I
Move
never
ahead
went
to
to
the next
school.
room.
Okay. Here and
All right.
What?
I mean, I'll let you peek in the room too.
Oh, there's our exit.
Yep.
Not quite, but close enough.
York's turn. He walks around this rubble. Sork shoves Velmir past as he runs over here.
Hey, man.
All right, Velmir, it's your turn.
I shove him as I run past him. Best I can. I'm around there.
All right. And he's grumpy about it, but he's happier than if you had stabbed him.
Yeah, that
No,
was
it's
an
your turn.
alternative. I was nice to him.
Let's see. 10, 15. Uh, 30, and there's another 20 until the door.
Now, just the thing is that we left our cart at the other entrance.
I can take another 10 feet, but I think the door's good enough. Open it.
Colleen, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna try and put it to sleep.
Gonna sing a lullaby.
All right, roll me that
Yes.
handle animal check.
Oh. I'm not rolling well today.
It turns back around and starts chasing again. It actually stops for a second, almost like it's trying to sense something, and then charges at this wall
Yeah.
Damn it.
and breaks it down.
See?
Oh,
it fixed a
yeah!
Oh, yeah! It fixed the shortcuts for us.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
So-
By the way, you never revealed what was in this room because
Yeah. Hold on.
you can see it.
I will reveal. So, Don, you peek into this room just in time to see this giant worm staring you in the face.
Good thing I'm immune to fear, because that would have probably scared the shit out of me.
Or you would have thought, oh my god, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Ralgil, it's your turn.
Move over to here. See the worm? Book it.
All right. Orc's turns. The orc runs over here, sees the worm, and then immediately turns around. He like exits the door, sees the worm, and just runs back in. And this guy. All right, Velmir, it's your turn.
Yep. I follow Raigil's path. Going down.
All right.
I've got
Don,
enough.
it's your turn.
I've got enough move to leave the map.
All right. Colleen, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. It ran away. It ran over there. I'm gonna catch up to it. Try and point it in a different direction.
At the direction of the orcs, I hope.
Yeah, sure.
It does not seem to be paying attention. This worm actually charges at this wall and breaks it down.
Bad move, Gringo.
I don't think the orc should have followed us out. Could have.
York is not a smart man.
Survival of the fittest.
Ergo, it's your turn. You just hear crumbling walls and shrieks of terror from orcs coming from in the building.
That was orcs? I thought it was little girls in there.
They certainly sound like it.
Oh yeah, hurry,
I'm gonna recommend out. Horikawa, come over here.
She's a
We
grown
gotta save the
woman.
worm!
You don't need to tell her what to do. She can handle herself. She's an
We need
adult.
to save this worm!
You start whistling and walking down the road. All right. You hear some gunfire as both of these orcs see this worm, and we're clearly not prepared for this worm. So they both open fire. And actually both of them hit. Just bullets tear through the worm's flesh, but it does not seem to.
I dive in front of the bullets.
No, I mean, you're on the other side of the room. Might be a little hard.
I do
Velmir, it's your
a
turn.
very good acrobatic check. It's my turn?
No, it's Velmir's turn.
Okay,
Ta-da!
I heard it's your turn.
All right, Dom.
As I said, I'm already out of the map.
Okay, so you're just like, oh, not my problem anymore.
Yeah, I'm already gone.
All right, Colleen.
Alright. How far can I move again? What is my movement?
That's probably 30 feet as a human. So
30
6
feet,
squares.
30 feet. Yeah.
Unless you're making
And-
your run action.
And if it's running, it's doubled or tripled or what?
It's tripled if you're running.
Oh.
But I think
I'll
it gives you
just-
like a -4 to AC on your next turn or something
I'll
ridiculous.
just GTFO.
All right, run on out. You run away with the sounds of giant worm shrieks, crumbling walls, and musket fire in the background.
A single tear runs down my cheek.
Well, on the
Moving
upside,
weird worm.
the building is going to collapse probably soonish, so that's gonna be good news for Colleen, I guess.
Yeah, as you guys are running away, you actually, at one point, when he looks back just in time to see a worm bursting through a wall with an orc in its jaws, and then, like, throwing the orc down the cliff.
Good.
Yummy.
Then it looks up in the sky and shrieks and burrows back into the ground. And then all is
good.
quiet
It
once again.
survived. Yay, worm bunny! His name is George.
George the Death Worm. Seems fitting.
I would have called him
Alright.
Danny, personally.
So yeah, you guys continue through Arcos Canyon.
No, but the thing is, we had our cart with us.
Crap. I'm gonna make this easy and just say you have the cart with you.
Run away.
Like, I'm going to imagine that you somehow have the cart with you.
No, but since
I
it's
knew
burned
that.
back into the ground, we can just walk back and get it. Now.
How about the carts with Nava right now? Nava's taking care of the cart.
Pineapple's just
and
holding
hauling
the
it.
cat.
Yeah, and Pineapple's ant hauling the cart. Seems like a good idea. All right.
Problem solved.
So yeah, you guys made it to the other side of Arcos Castle. And as you make it out of Arcos Castle and start going up the road, once again you see one of those knights seated on the side of the road, brilliant blue sword in hand, staring at you as you pass.
Horikawa, these knights, no one knows why they're there. They just sit there, and as long as you don't disturb them, they leave you alone, basically.
I ready my acid flasks.
There's no reaction from.
Survival of the fittest.
I'm just gonna keep going on past it, ignoring Horikawa's stupidity.
Yes.
I'm gonna say I'm fine.
Oh wait, are you actually gonna try to set this guy on fire?
No, but I want to.
Do you want to roll a will save?
I mean, I want to as a player. I'm sure Colleen wouldn't mind, but no, it's okay. I'm not gonna do it. Just know
Alright.
that I had a passing thought.
Sounds good. So you guys pass through Arcos Canyon, or you guys go past Arcos Castle, and you make it to the High Boroughs, which seem to be nicer buildings than in the Low Boroughs, and seems to be a lot of houses again. It's only like noon, and you guys have had a hell of a day. But the end of the canyon is kind of in sight. It looks like you guys, the road is starting to go back up again. You guys can probably get out by nightfall. Do you guys want to do any resting up or anything, or do you guys just want to plow on through?
Let's just plow on through.
Well, I have a keep watch, so if I can drive the cart, we can just keep on moving.
Okay, so like everybody rest up on the cart while like you're driving the cart or something.
Yeah, I guess if that's possible.
Yeah, I don't see why not. So everybody else kind of rests up in Arcos Canyon, and nothing quite feels healthy in Arcos Canyon. So you don't actually seem to regain any health when you're resting. You don't seem to actually heal naturally, but you do start feeling like this.
I'm assuming I used my last. How many lay on hands did I use? Actually, just 2. So the last 4 uses to heal Relgil and whoever.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably get everybody else back up to full, but it's just although Raphael has like 3 Constitution damage, I think.
Well, next day I can just heal it. Or how much does it heal?
So yeah, you guys do make it out of Arcos Canyon. It's around nightfall, and you see another town on the far end of the canyon. Let's actually move back over to the world map so you can see roughly where you are. So let's move you back down to where you are. Congratulations, you made it through Arcos Canyon. You're on the other side of the rubble.
We beat the game!
So let's see how many Constitution damage points he regains. Well, that's it.
Oh, that's perfect. So Rob goes back up to full. And you guys are in the town of Sugar Bunker, which looks eerily like Round Rock Pass was. Just like Old West style town. All the inns are saloons, basically. Lots of double doors that flop in the breeze.
Uh-huh.
Just a very dusty town, but The populace seems friendly. It's a good place to rest up for the night before you continue on your journey.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's rest up.
How many days did you save by going through this ordeal?
You save 2 days
That's good enough.
by standard estimates. Almost getting your ninja killed saved you 2 days. Seems like a good trade, right?
It's only an almost.
Well,
And we
if
made a new
the
worm friend.
orc is what almost got me killed because the orc threw the firebomb that woke up the stupid worm.
Fun fact, I was hoping Horikawa would be with us beforehand so I could have her bomb wake it up.
Dang.
So,
I got us out just by a worm.
you did, yeah, you managed to save probably a lot more damage from your party by distracting the worm.
Huh?
More importantly, the worm survived.
That might
Now
be
we
the
know.
first positive thing to the party Colleen has ever done.
Yeah. Now we know why we have her with us. She serves as a good distraction.
So that night, you guys rest up at a local inn. I'm gonna say it was another 5 silver each to stay there. If Colleen wants to stay in the wilderness, she's more than welcome to. But
Where am I staying?
you can stay wherever you want. I'm just saying that there's an inn that you can stay at for 5 silver. But the areas around you are kind of like canyony.
I'm staying in the wilderness.
All right, so you were staying in the canyony, dusty
Yep.
areas. You ever been to
I'm
Wyoming?
asleep with the
It's kind of like
scorpions.
that.
When I
Giant
was
spider.
little, I've been there like once on a vacation. What a
Imagine,
terrible vacation spot.
Yeah, that is a terrible vacation spot. There's like Devil's Tower, which is really cool, and then nothing else.
I saw Devil's Tower,
It's really
and
cool.
then that was it.
It's weird because Wyoming is so sparsely populated that every town actually has their population on their welcome to sign. I swear they're just trying to get a low score. Be like, welcome to Aladdin, Wyoming, population 12.
Why do you know
Fun
this?
fact,
Do you live in
fun
Wyoming?
No. I live East Coast. But no, I've done a lot of road trips throughout the U.S.
Fun fact: Wyoming does not actually have the lowest population town in the United States. I can't remember where, but there's a town with a population of 1.
That's barely a
What?
town at that point.
It's
Well, at that point, you're
considered
talking
a
about
town.
the philosophy of how you define towns.
I define a town as just my front yard, and there's nobody in it right now, so therefore it's population 0. I win.
I think actually there is no real definition of town, actually, technically speaking. It's just
Well, there's no
very-
definition of really anything, technically speaking.
I mean, if I think we're talking legal definitions strictly. But anyways, so yeah, you guys stay in the city of Sugar Bunker for the evening,
Mhm.
and it's a perfectly pleasant town. And you see some precarious adventurers planning to head out down into the rubble themselves, packing up on antidotes and getting lots of healing potions.
I'm going to mention to them, be careful. There's like a death worm down in the castle, and you have to go through it.
There's
Also,
a very
it's-
nervous gnome in the party who looks up and says, "A death worm?
Yes.
What's a death worm?"
We escaped from it. It also knocked down some of the walls of the castle, and you have to go through the castle. North. I think.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Do we
Though
need
the walls it knocked down made it much faster to go through the castle.
Fair enough.
you?
Also
You
made
are
it much
clearly
likelier.
you are
for the
clearly
castle.
terrifying this party.
Roll intimidate.
I mean, if you want, but this party's like, and then
You'll be fine. Just don't throw any fire bombs or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
like
what woke it up
explosions
last
seem to have agitated it. If you just walk by, it probably gonna leave you alone. Maybe, hopefully.
oh, okay. Good to know. Any other tips?
If you see a badly wounded spider, kill it for us. We did manage to actually finish it off.
And if you see any knights with glowing blue eyes or something, leave them be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have heard about the Arcos Knights. Yes. I do know that. Oh my. This is is gonna be harder than we thought.
Don't worry. Most animals are just friends you don't know are friends yet.
Shut up.
Okay.
Ellie.
Including deathworms.
Don't
Deathworms
think
are
the
people
name-
too.
Deathworm is.
Ignore
True.
our slightly crazy ranger over there.
I
Only
begin
slightly.
singing the song of the deathworm.
I'm just gonna facepalm.
This gnome kind of looks up and just. I'm gonna. Might need to do some more preparing. Thank you. And like you can see that this gnome is clearly freaking out. There's a human that she's traveling with, and he seems a little braver, but he's like clearly still taken aback by this news.
Again, we only just discovered it. What about it when we paid for advice? On the other side of the...
As the human kind of chuckles a bit and says, "Well, I guess we're getting this one for free then, huh?"
Well, if you want to give us a couple of gold, I don't mind.
We'll see. Actually, here, and he tosses you literally 2 gold.
Yeah. Score.
Alright, so you guys head south of Sugar Bunker toward Orna. And the road is long ahead of you. There's probably about, maybe arguably a week's worth of travel between here and Orna. And on the way, after about a day of travel, you actually run into, you're driving your cart along the road, and there's actually a merchant who kind of pulls up beside you. And it's run by a half-orc. It's clearly a merchant's cart. It's meant to be set up as a shop as well. There's a half-orc driving this cart, and there's a human sitting on the back. And the half-orc kind of looks at you and is like, "So, how's your journeying going? Where are you guys headed off to?"
Or what?
We're
Fine,
south
well-
to Orna.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Find
Any
another
fun
word.
business there? What was that?
I said to find another worm.
Find another worm? Like,
I'm a worm collector now.
unfortunately, I'm merely a weapon salesman, but worm collector, you say? Huh?
Please ignore her. I think she went a little crazy over we found a death worm in the rubble.
It was so
Specifically
cool.
the castle.
Oh, geez, did you guys go through the rubble?
Yep.
You guys must be in a bit of a rush.
Went through the
And,
castle and found some half-orcs camped up there that tried to they accidentally one threw a firebomb and accidentally woke up a death worm. In the castle.
At this point, the human who's sitting on the back of the cart has clearly had his interest piqued, and he kind of steps through the cart and sits up at the front on the driver's passenger seat. Says, "What? You guys fought a death worm? That must have been rather difficult with your car equipment."
We didn't so much fight it as run away from it.
Somehow, our crazy ranger over there managed to distract it by trying to make it friends with it, enough for us to escape.
Well, that is certainly quite something. It's not every day that you hear people dealing with death worms. I've only heard of death worms in the rubble once, and I've traveled this quite a lot. Then again, I don't think we've ever actually gone through the rubble us together. Anyways, I did so back at my old job, but that was years ago.
There's one in the castle, so don't throw death anything in the castle. It will.
In Arcos Castle, huh? That's I guess that's good place as any for a death worm to set up shop.
It knocked down the walls between the entrance and exit because the you have to go through the castle now.
I'd love to see one of those knights take one. But that would be interesting. Maybe that's what those knights are for. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But yeah,
Well,
it's not a fun encounter.
at this point, the half-orc kind of leads back and says, "Well, if you're looking for weapons that can take on death worms, we've got got a few here in the cart if you happen to be in the business of adventuring. We've got some good weaponry for you if you're interested. Carry good wares. We mostly travel between Daventry and Orna. Occasionally we'll take a swing out to Zreal.
We've been to Zreal. I'm from Daventry. Couple of others of us are also from Daventry.
Oh, you guys are quite a ways from home then.
Home is wherever the feet stands.
Well, the sun is going down, and I must admit that it'd be nice to have some company tonight, if you wouldn't mind. It gets kind of lonely on the road with only this knucklehead. So this part goes, hey, you watch your mouth.
I say, aw, snap.
Sure, why not?
Sick burn.
So he introduces himself. My name's Hawk, by the way. This is Roland. How do you do?
Railkill.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. You
I
guys
say,
So you guys set up camp for the evening. It was around probably mid-afternoon when we first met, but you ended up talking most of the rest of the day. And you make it back, or you set up camp. And what are you guys doing for dinner? I know that Don has been making dinner from the pouch of many ingredients.
Indeed.
Are you going to do that again?
make a pie.
I don't think we can do that without an oven.
I make us an oven. Survival check.
If
You
you're piling up a bunch of rocks, you could make one, I think.
Probably. You just need to disperse the heat somehow.
Actually, yeah, if you roll a high enough survival check, I'll let you make an oven and make a pie.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I mean, no, if you want to make, if like Colleen is super into making a pie, I'll let her roll a survival check to kind of set that up.
Or, yeah.
Like, there's no reason she would want to make a pie. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I wanted your party to enjoy a delightful
Fine,
dessert.
I'll make a pie.
We are the pie party after all.
Suddenly, Colleen felt compelled from God to make a pie. You know, I'd say that's enough to make an oven. I want to see Don use this oven with his profession cook check.
I forgot to add that to my macro. Mistake.
Don't burn
Bloody
it.
couch sheet was what to open. Couch sheet, come on.
It doesn't want to.
Indeed it doesn't. Well. I think it's like +4 my bonus, so.
That sounds about right.
That's a good
You
roll.
make a hell of a pie. You make like a delicious strawberry rhubarb pie, like from scratch. Like everybody else is setting up camp, and already like whatever you're whipping up is smelling delicious. What the hell is that? And then you just bring forward a full strawberry rhubarb pie, and you have thoroughly impressed Hawk and Roland. And here's the kitchen. That's very impressive. How did you get all the ingredients for that on the road?
We were carrying them around.
You're carrying around the ingredients for strawberry rhubarb pie all the way through the rubble.
Not a lot.
Nature provides.
I mean, I guess we're just kind of in the plains right now. I don't. Whatever. It's impressive. I hope you don't mind sharing. We'll share some of our dinner as well, because that looks too phenomenal to pass up.
You're getting better at the cooking thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
learn-
I've got a cookbook. I've learned. I've been learning.
yeah, you're welcome to have a piece of the. You're welcome to have a piece of the pie.
All right. So you
Yeah.
kind of provide some pie, and then Roland actually cooks up some quail. Shares some with you guys, and it's actually pretty good. Could use a few more spices, but for on the road food, it's real solid. He says, "Yeah, we actually just picked up some fresh meat from Sugar Bunker on the way south. Hopefully this is good enough for you guys. I can see that you have a skilled cook with you, so hopefully it doesn't disappoint."
This is
It's
plenty
fine.
good enough.
All right, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. You guys probably have some good stories, I bet. We've got some good ones from traveling the lands ourselves.
We probably got a few. Mentioned we've mentioned going through the Rebel. We've also been over to Zreel and Riddleport and Woodsworth Island.
Have I told you this story of how we killed a candy dragon?
Candy dragon?
It's
Yeah,
a tragedy.
That
I imagine you guys spend the night swapping stories with Hawk and Roland. And Hawk and Roland actually,
Yeah,
they mentioned that they were actually at Alondris when it collapsed 15 years ago, and they told the story of dealing with that. Alondris as a city just collapsed inward on itself about
I've
15 years
probably
ago.
been in the area.
And they say, yeah, we were actually there. We just traveled to the city a couple days before its collapse, and it was a couple days after we arrived. It just fell inward. It was absolutely tragic, but we did our best to help out all the surrounding townsfolk. We lost Hawk brings up, we lost a lot of good merchandise that day, but we saved some good people. And Roland says, we do like to be humble, I swear.
Clearly.
Well, there's nothing wrong with helping people. I've been in the area. They seem to be doing fine.
And it's certainly recovered quite a bit. It's been very rough on them. I mean, there's still tons of refugees all over the world from Alondris, but it's coming back as a city. It's hard, but it's coming back. And, with that, I'm going to call it for today. Because you guys burned through Arcos Canyon faster than I anticipated. But
okay.
how does 2 weeks from now look for you guys?
I won't be available in 2 weeks.
Just use the schedule, because otherwise I'll forget.
Okay, fair enough. I'll just bring it up in the schedule channel and put it on the as well.
Pin it, or whatever.
All right.
And then,
So,
I said that last time as well. I won't be available next section.
Yeah, that should be fine as long as we don't have anybody else messing up. But,
And you have,
in the meantime,
I'll have time whenever, so.
good session, guys. I'll talk to you later.